Minister, has your government even replaced the 1,300 social homes you sold in your first term?
We have a clear plan. We have a clear investment for that. The opposite is nothing.
Minister, I refer to your 10-year strategy on homelessness and the once again delayed East Perth Common Ground facility that is still nowhere after 3 years, and I ask, how many social houses have been delivered by your government since this strategy was announced? And two, what has been the net change in the number of social houses provided by your government since March 2017?
I thank the member for his question. It's very clear that the Leader of the Opposition of the Liberals does not listen to the large number of questions that have been asked of me, which has outlined what the government is doing in terms of delivering for social housing. I do note that we, as I've repeated often in this Parliament, announced the largest injection ever in the state's history of $875 million for social housing, which equals $2.4 billion over the next 4 years in homelessness and housing. And in the last financial year, contrary to the statistics that the Liberals put out, which is incessantly always wrong, I have to say, consistently wrong, the most recent example of that is the member for Vass on the weekend in her column that got it false, made a false claim that said there was 1,000 rough sleepers in the CBD. Can I ask the member for Vass, where did you source that from? Member for Vass, where did you source that false statistic from? She won't answer it. She won't answer it because what we see
Order,
from
please.
this...
Minister for Housing, this is an opportunity. This is an opportunity for members to ask questions of ministers. It's not an opportunity for ministers to ask questions of others. I'm sure you wouldn't like to trade places. Minister.
Well, I don't want to trade places, Madam Speaker, because the member for Vass just got it completely wrong. She peddled a lie, a blatant lie to the public. She misled the people. Again,
I'm going to require... I don't require the point of order, but there is certainly a point of order to be had here. You cannot accuse another member of this House of lying, so I'm asking you to withdraw that, Minister for Housing.
I withdraw that. What I do point to is that the member quoted a completely incorrect figure as part of their campaign as to mislead the people of Western Australia. It was completely wrong. It was false. And that is the fact and based in evidence. We are undertaking significant investment in social housing, despite a heated construction market. In the last financial year, we added 600 social homes. That was through spot purchasing. That was through a range of different mechanisms to accelerate the delivery of social housing. In relation to Common Ground, again, we saw the opposition make false statements and said it had been shelved. That is not the case. That is absolutely not the case. The advice from the multi-agency panel was clear that we should not proceed with that particular result.
So you stopped it, but you haven't shelved it.
This is what I mean. We have an opposition that will say anything, do anything, but doesn't actually have any policy themselves in relation to homelessness. It is not shelved. We are absolutely committed to the Common Ground project. We're working back through the tender process to get it out there as soon as we can. We're absolutely committed to the Common Ground project, just as we are absolutely committed to delivering social housing in Western Australia.
A supplementary question.
Minister, has your government even replaced the 1,300 social homes you sold in your first term?
The Minister for Housing.
We have a very clear commitment that is on the public record to deliver 3,300 homes over 4 years with a significant investment of $2.4 billion. Now, I'm happy to compare with what the opposition offers on homelessness, which is nothing. The Honourable Stephen Missing in Action Martin. The Honourable Stephen Missing in Action Martin. You do not see him anywhere. He said, in fact, that Bulu Biddy Maya was a good project. He said Bulu Biddy Maya was a good project in the last week, but previously to that had incessantly attacked it. Said it should be full overnight, despite all the advice from the Aboriginal controlled organisation. And I note, Member for Cottesloe, you've not been down there. When you speak to the Aboriginal controlled organisation, who have done an outstanding job, their advice was very clear, that we had to build this over time, and that's what we've done. We've listened to the advice. We have a clear plan. We have a clear investment for that. The opposite is nothing. Missing in action, missing in action, missing in action, missing in action, not
Order,
delivering.
please.
They cannot. They have no policies at all. I'm deeply proud of our government's effort, our record investment in social housing, and we will continue to deliver on that.